Hi, I'm Tina Arena and I'll be your host this evening for Rage. Stay with us while we scroll through some of the greatest videos of the 70s, 80s and of course some current ones as well. The first video we have up for you this evening is Vogue by the wonderful Madonna. An icon in every sense of the word, particularly when it came to making masterful videos. Have a look at this one, it's absolutely one of my favourites. I loved this next collaboration. It made such an impact on the musical world. NENEH and YOUSSOU, here's a wonderful song called 7 Seconds. The next video this evening is by the wonderful and late Amy Winehouse, a young woman who definitely left her imprint on the music industry and left a lot of people very, very saddened by her passing away. Here's a video that I'm sure she probably wasn't terribly impressed about, chronicling her life and her journey at that point in time. Here's a song, and a great song called Rehab. I grew up listening to this next woman in the 80s when she partnered with a guy called Dave Stewart in a band called Eurythmics. Here's the beautiful LENNOX, solo, with a great, great song and a wonderful question that I'm sure and I hope that we all ask ourselves. Here is why. This next video coming up was from a woman who unfortunately left us last year. This is the wonderful Chrissy Amphlett, a woman who was never scared to show strength as well as vulnerability in such a classy, classy way. Here's a great tune called Pleasure and Pain. This next woman is probably one of the greatest influences in my musical journey. Here's a wonderful, wonderful video by the enigmatic Kate Bush. This is Running Up That Hill. This next lady is a very young lady from New Zealand who made an incredible mark in the music industry a couple of years ago when she came out with a song called Royals. Check this one out. This is by LORDE. I really love HOZIER. I think this young man is probably one of the most interestingly intricate singer-songwriters of this last 10 years. Take Me to Church is a song that is not only musically moving, but when you watch the video, just be prepared by some scenes that could be very disturbing to some, but that are also very, very important to diffuse, because there's a message that everybody needs to learn and hopefully try and understand. I hope you're not too perturbed by it, because there's so much poetic beauty in it. Here's Take Me to Church. I absolutely love the collaboration of these two guys that are coming up now. RONSON and Bruno Mars, with probably one of the funnest songs of these last 5 years. Here's Uptown Funk. When it came to big budget clips, this next man certainly knew how to spend it. Don't know if necessarily wisely, but he certainly knew how to spend it. Here's George Michael exhibiting some of the greatest models of that era. Here's I'm Too Funky. This next song came out in 2005 called Feel Good Inc. Here's the Gorillaz with what I think is probably one of the most interesting projects of the last 10 years. Hey, thank you so much for joining me over these last 3 hours. I've had a great time showing you some of my favourite videos. I'm going to leave you now with a couple of my favourites, although videos has never been all my funnest part of my job, but certainly there's a couple of them that I'm really, really proud of.